Welcome back, YouTube. Well, the deer ain't been wanting to cooperate, so I figured I'd come down here and see if the fish will cooperate. See if we can catch some of them. Throw the old spinner a little bit. The old artificial cricket on the spinner. See if we can get them to do anything. The humidity ain't like it's been. A couple of days last week, it was humidity was up, and it was heat index between 110 and 115. Then it cooled off for a few nights. Then it was back muggy and hot again yesterday and the day before. But it ain't so bad today. It's kind of cloudy and overcast, but we can see what we can do. Tell me a brim. There's a little something going on today with them. I see the water dropping out with this tide. Maybe this water is starting to work some. I came across the bridge earlier coming from Andrews, and I seen that I could see the banks down there, so I figured they might be doing a little something. This tide water down here, and come down here, tide water, it might be working a little bit. Got my little beetle toe up there. See if I can get them straightened out. That'll work to catch a few more. Hand-sized brim here. Keep a few of y'all for the wifey. It ain't real big, but that's the size she likes. What in the world I got on here now? Hey, dog, what a shellcracker. Oh, man. Now there's a nice shellcracker there, you two. I mean, he jumped on that thing time as it hit the water, too. I can get the hook out of his mouth with him. I just can't get my hand around him to try to hold him. That's a shellcracker there now. It ain't no bigger than some of the others I caught. Surprised me for the D. No, some of them wasn't way bigger than this thing I was caught. Y'all seen on some of the other videos. Let's see if we can catch some more. Here's one of them old crossed up shell crackers. They almost look like what we call a speckled perch. And this is a shell cracker, but he's got the speckles on him there. You can tell it's the shell cracker or red ear by that dot with red. But what we call a speckled perch is a pumpkinseed. And they're some pretty little fish, but sometimes these here will fool you. These shell crackers will fool you with that. You can tell them specks they got on sometimes. Good old Molly here. You'll eat good. Oh, you little spotted sunfish. I'm gonna switch over to the artificial cricket as soon as I get around this curve. I got the other rod set up with the artificial cricket on it. Try hit some. Keep switching back and forth from this white beetle to the cricket and see what I can get them to do. But as you can see, them stumps and stuff sticking out the water, so the tide's dropping some today. It's starting to work some down here now. Oh, redbreast. Got a bright red belly on you. Well, not red, but pretty red. Keep a few of y'all today. Come on. Come here, Brown. Almost got away from me, you little joker. Good hand size brim. This is one of the pumpkin seeds I was telling you about earlier. We call them a speckled perch. That is a pumpkin seed. Them's a pretty fish. A little sweet-eating, tasty fish. But sometimes the shellcrackers will have a pattern almost like that, and they'll trick you. And this one does have the little red dot there, but this is not a shellcracker. This is a little pumpkin seed. Well, you two just decided it's gonna rain, and I ain't even had time to move. That come up quick. Oh Lord, I'm cooled off now. Boy, is I wet. Hand-sized brim. I should have known when that wind calmed off that something was getting ready to happen. But you know, you got your boat riders and water skiers and tubers that come down here, and they'll jump in the river and get wet. But your average fisherman will come down here, and if he sees a cloud coming, he'll pack up and run for the hill. But that's just the way things are, I guess. And that shower has went over and quit raining just as fast as it started up. Oh, you poked me with them gills. Not them gills, but them fins. No, I've seen swimmers on the riverbanks before. Start raining, they pack up and run for the hill. Oh, it's gonna rain. Well, they're already wet because they've been swimming. Just difference in people. Catching some hand-sized brim, ain't catching no monsters. And here comes the rain again. I was hoping it was over with. Well, it's back. Little brim. Camera ain't wanting to turn on when I tell it to turn on. What's going on with it? Oh, another redbreast. You're too little though. I want you to be a rooster. Grow up to be a big one. Oh yeah, you big enough. Yeah, one thing about getting wet while you're down here fishing. When I get home, my wife won't be yelling at me, telling me I smell like fish. I'll tell her I done had my shower. Good size brim. My mom supposed to be having a 90th birthday party we could have for her on the 27th. And if I can catch enough fish, I might fry up some fish on that day if I can get enough in between now and then, if that fish will be quiet where I can talk. Right now this wind blowing me back and forth in the river, so I'm trying to get what footage I can get. You'll have to bear with me. This looks like a cross between a brim and a shellcracker. He's kind of long built, but he's got the favorings of a brim. Maybe a shellcracker, he may be crossed up. Anyhow, he's a fish and he's edible. This boat has turned all the way around now, but that's okay. I'll fish you whichever way you want to turn. This one he is. Got it hung right in the hard part of his mouth. My pole cricket ain't got no legs left, but as long as he's catching fish, he'll be okay. I just caught a bunch of. This is the same artificial cricket I was using last time y'all seen me fishing. but all the legs are gone off of it. Brim run it down and caught it at the boat chair. You big enough for the wifey. Now, Mr. Sam and Mr. Richard, if y'all happen to watch this video, the tide's starting to work pretty good down here at the river. It's starting to get to where it's dropping some whenever the tide's going out. I don't know how much rain we could get though in the future, but if y'all listening, it's tide's starting to get down to where it's working kind of close to right. And the fish is biting pretty good today. I'm fishing right through the middle of the day. It's 2:35 now. It started about 12 o'clock. Man, these redbreasts can pull when they get on there. You ain't quite big enough, fella. But you go back and grow up to be a rooster. I couldn't get the camera that turned on. Got another brim. He kind of rolled on the bottom right there on the fins. He'll work though. Yeah, let's let you go. Now you a little bit bigger, we'll keep you. Man, they swallowing this thing. It sure cooled off. It started to get hot right before that rainstorm got you in. And it sure cooled off after his passed. I'll have to start grading y'all directly. Throwing y'all hand size on the back. I'm catching so many of y'all now. This is one of the best days I've caught the fish biting this year. I've caught some nice fish this year, but today I ain't having to fish real hard for them. Something on here nice this time. He ain't wanting to give up. Might be one of them old bull brim. Oh yeah, old bull, old copperhead brim. I was wondering how long it was going to take me to hook into one of y'all. Nice bull brim there. Good hand size brim. And you put up a fight. Another hand size brim. I'm gonna throw you back. I don't know how many I got in the box. Probably 18 or so. Start keeping the big ones. Oh yeah, I'll keep you. Got bedding sores on your side there. Wish I were down on old Black River. 33 zip co in my hand. Let's see, it's 3 o'clock. Tide's still going out a little bit. It'll probably change in a little, probably another 30 minutes. So slow as this got, in case y'all wondering what the tide's doing. Y'all big enough to eat, and I'm having to throw y'all back. My poor fake cricket almost had it. I think I got 3 or 4 more in my box there. They come in a pack of them. I remember ordering them years ago. The pack probably had like 50 in it. I got hit in the big tackle box at my house. I got 4 or 5 more in there in case this one here tears the rest of the way up. You're a good size Bram. You go in the box. If it wasn't for my mom having her birthday party coming up, I'd throw a lot of y'all back. I always come down here and catch you when I need you or want you. But my cousin, I talked with him when I was leaving the landing. He said the last guy he talked with, Justin D, come down here and say he ain't catch but 5. He stirred to my cousin, or even that fella didn't know what he was doing. I ain't no witch. They seem to slow down a little bit. That little brim. That wind getting rough now. What in the world is this? Oh, jackfish, chain pickerel. He fell off in the boat there. Didn't know what hit that thing there for a minute. You little stump knocker, spotted sunfish, whatever you want to call you. Must be a bed of y'all little rascals up in there. There's wind blowing me backwards fast. Now I'm going to have to turn around and fish backwards instead of fishing forwards. Try to hold the boat against this wind. I'm going to let that motor battery's about to go dead. It's raining again. But the fish is biting. There must be a bed over there, because every time I throw it over there, I get a bite. But then when I have the camera on, they ain't gonna hold on to it. What's wrong with y'all fellas? Y'all know when I turn the camera on? See, that time as I get the camera off, one of them grabbed. I'm gonna keep you redbreast, you right good size. See if any more of you backed up in there. I done caught 4 or 5 fish out that one corner up in there. So they backed up in there. Oh, y'all getting small again. Big enough to eat, but letting you grow. YouTube, I've caught a bunch like this off of camera and hand size ones. I'll throw it back. The day, it's been a pretty good day. They've been biting pretty decent. You're a good hand size, man. It's 4:10 and the tide changed to come in about 15 minutes ago. So if you're wondering about the tide, tomorrow it'll be an hour later. So tomorrow at 5:10, well, probably around 5 o'clock. It changed a few minutes ago. So around 5 o'clock tomorrow it'll be coming in. Today, September the 12th, so it might be 13th by the time I get this video on there, so it might be tomorrow. Anyhow, today, September the 12th, Saturday. Well, YouTube, this is our fishing trip for the day. I hope Hope you enjoyed. I know I have. The deer didn't want to cooperate, so we went fishing. They were still biting when I left, but I got tired of fishing and let the motor battery on it started getting weak. Anyhow, I'm trying to catch up a mess, put in the freezer till we have Mama's birthday party. Try to get up enough to cook for it. I probably could have stayed and caught some more bigger ones, but I figured I was getting also close to limit. So, and I done had 2 showers. Packed up and come on out. But anyhow, that's our catch for the day. Hope you enjoyed. I know I did. Leave a comment or hit that like button or dislike button, or whichever one you want to hit. So YouTube will give me a little bit of attention. Anyhow, thanks for watching. We'll try to get out there and do it again in the near future.